Hello team, welcome the heck back to Thew Builds. I'm Thew, and I'm gonna build a thing. That's the show. Been kind of enjoying the format recently. I came back to it a bit with Blokies, and I've had a bunch of these Kabaya kits kicking around for a little while that I really need to get into. So now's the time. Now I am struck with a certain terror with these Kabaya kits because model kits are essentially a consumable, and they're all on these tear strip boxes that you kind of have to destroy to use them. So I really only get one shot at this. But like, what are we doing here, right? Let's just get into this. But first, a small aside, because this video is what? Sponsored by Flexispot. Yes, gang, you may have seen me brag on my premium Flexispot business throne here back in October in the Skids review, and I'm delighted to say I stand by it. I sit by it, on it. I'm delighted to say I sit on it. I have been spoiled rotten by the C7 ergonomic office chair's comfort and quality, its versatility and flexi features, and I want that for you. All day long I'm up here editing, writing, making videos, trying to juggle 2 cameras, and it's valuable to be able to do all that in optimal comfort. My posture was pretty whack before I started using this baby. First of all, it's strong as heck with a 300-pound weight capacity. I'm particularly fond of the dynamic armrests, which I can raise and drop, swivel and slide into the perfect position for any vibe. Plus a flexible headrest, an optional add-on footrest, and the cushion, mate. It's super strong and bouncy, it tilts and slides and works in tandem with the lumbar support to keep you seated just right. So it stays comfy and ventilated for those multi-hour sit-in sessions. It's bliss. All chairs come with a 10-year warranty for replacement parts and a 30-day return policy for a risk-free trial. So hit the link in the description and get $30 off a C7 with my code C730. Oh, I get it. Listen, we got the new year coming in. There's no better time for a clean break and an office upgrade, because it's your duty to respect your booty. Flexispot C7. It's homework in heaven. And with that, let's bang on. Now, I'm just gonna check the old camera. I have a second camera, it's my phone up here, attached to a tripod, sellotape to a cymbal stand, clamped to a shirt rack, with a ring light on it this time. That's the key difference. And I'm trying blank table this time. No backdrops, no mats, just blank table, and we'll see how we get on. So I think these Kabaya kits, in my brain, they're vintage, because they're based on vintage designs, but I think they came out in like the mid-2010s. You got the 30th anniversary logo there, and with some trepidation, let's tear that strip. Oh, a clean one! The first ever clean one! Here we go, a whole set of pieces for our subject today, which is, I didn't even mention it, it's Kabaya Silverbolt. Anybody want some gum? I'm alright. This is kind of timely, I suppose, because they've just revealed the new Silverbolt for Age of the Primes. I guess I'm semi-excited for that. I think the Age of the Prime stuff, in general, looks pretty sick. Oh, there we go. Get this sorted out. Got Superion's head and a gun and some bits. Little Silverbolt head just there, very cute. I haven't done one of these Kabaya kits for a very long time. Last one I did was Brave X-Kaiser, and that was about 6 years ago. So we'll see how we go. I don't think they're terribly complicated, but tragically we do have to destroy the box. We've got to rip it down the side and turn it inside out, because the instructions are in there. That's useful. We have a slightly perforated edge, which I am tearing to shreds. See what I mean? We have instructions. We have pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of beige white racks. One dark one and one light grey one. We have sticker sheet. Let's shift all these out of the way to give ourselves a bit of space to work. So lots of instructions here, but very little of it actually pertains to the build. I think this is the build. And then we have transformation and then combination. God, I love how these packages look, man. They're so sort of high energy, vintage Japanese. This is why I think they're vintage, because they look it. They look straight out of the 80s with these sunbursts and all the grid lines and stuff. Clearly we have Silverbolt, Motormaster Onslaught, and it looks like they did do some limbs. Like, it would be so dumb to make all these combiner torsos and not give them any limbs. But these, I don't think, are actually aerial bots, are they? This guy's a tank. Looks like we've got Brawl, Astro Train, is that? This is nuts. I don't know. They've just got some limbs, and you can combine them if you want, I suppose. I don't have the limbs, I've just got the guy. We're starting small today with these Kabaya guys. So these racks all just look like they have one continual number system. It's not like this is rack A, part 4. We just go 1, 2, 3, and so on, up to about 25. Looks like we have a leg first. 23. Oh, we sticker as we go, do we? Jeez. So part number 23. And this needs stickers 7 and 8. Just a yellow kneecap and a black shoe, looks like. God, my big, clumsy, fat man hands. just destroying this intricate Japanese model kit. Now, what I want to do at this point is get my G1 Silverbolt out, but I'm terrified of it. Superion, for me, is one of the most beautiful G1 toys, but notoriously it will crumble to bits if I try and do anything with it. As well I know, because the day I got Silverbolt, I was in Gloucester doing a bit of work for my old marketing agency, and I skipped into a nice toy shop there and grabbed Silverbolt, and he had all his bits with him. This was the last component I needed, because I had all the little guys forming the legs and the arms, but I didn't have the central bit or the sort of add-on chest plate and the fists and everything. But there it was, just in a glass cabinet in this nerd shop for, what, it's about 30 quid, I think? So I had to do it. So I got my Silverbolt, and I got Turbo from the GoBots, little red race car lad, and I took them both to a nice pub, and I had a steak with, I don't know why, but I remember the peas more than the steak. Don't know if that means they were good or bad peas. What's your favourite Thew video? I like the one where he talked about some peas he had 5 years ago. But the point is, I broke my Silverbolt through no fault of my own before I even got on the train home. I may have told this story on the channel before, but I was trying to transform it. I folded the legs over and it pulled itself in half because the hip structure was so much less powerful than the actual joints. It just destroyed itself under its own strength. Fortunately, my friend Joe loves fixing toys, so he had to go with it, and it's right as rain now. But still, there's no way I'm touching it. If I ever do a Silverbolt review, it will be with kid gloves, the kiddest of gloves. Anyway, I've completely skipped over the construction of this part. All we do is we take this big hollow chunk here, which we've dressed up like a knee, slam this slider in there, and then close it up with an extra panel. Boof. One leg. Two legs. Next up, looks like we have some arms. We need 15, 16, 17, 18. Here's 17 and 18 on the grey one. This is clearly a left hand. It's got the thumb facing there, so that's a left hand. Don't let me screw this up, alright? This is on you. I'm counting on you. How's this camera angle? You enjoying my shoulder? It's good, innit? And we need 15, 16. The darker chunks. So it's 15, 17, 16, 18. So the odd and even numbered ones match up to each other. Although these two are more or less absolutely identical, so I don't think it super matters. Here we go. One arm and t'other. I am going to assume that that will work. The bod creation looks very straightforward, so we need 11 and 7. 7 is this funny sort of capital H panel here that looks familiar from the original toy. So with the new Silverbolt coming out for Age of the Primes, I'm assuming that's going to be Commander class, like Legacy Motormaster was. But for me, Superion, being the gorgeous design that it is, I'm in no hurry to replace my Combiner Wars Superion. I think it's beautiful. It's the best one for me. And I'm no fan of the Legacy combination system. You add the shells onto the main guy and then sit the little guys in the shells. Which for me, you know, it's not a terribly original take, but that's cheating! Wait, which way is this going? Shut up and think for a second, Thew. Which way up? Yes, there it is, there it is. So yeah, much as Combiner Wars had its share of problems, at the very least you could say that the guys did form the Combiners. There was no lies there. There was no, like, workaround. They just did it, arguably not amazingly, but it did work, and it was real. Quite enjoying this here. There's a little lump on this titty, which we're going to cover up with a sticker, but the sticker outlines the lump. That's pretty cool. Kind of negates the point, but okay, I get it. And then we simply slide this capital H into the bod, and we have a bit of Silverbolt. Gosh, we're on to assembly already. Okay. Tiny little Silverbolt face. That's wonderful. Come out of there, you. Age of the Primes does look good so far, though. I mean, this is going to instantly date this video, but who's going to be watching this in 4 years? Let's talk about what's happening now. Try and apply this face to this head. Oh, God. Get it right, Thew. You only get one shot. It's fine. Oh, come on. Was that not in focus? There we are. So the head plonks on this stump here. Nose cone. Oh, that's the tail fin, right. Yes, of course it is. I'm not that well versed in G1 Silverbolt because it's terrifying. Of course we need a new Silverbolt. We always need a new Silverbolt. Love the Combiner Wars one. I prefer it to practically everything else in Combiner Wars, but it ain't necessarily about what I need, because new people are coming in all the time And you can say, oh, just buy the last one, but the last one's 400 quid now. They don't make it anymore, that's the point. These need a number 4, where's that gonna go? Oh, these are just Autobot badges, okay. And we have the wings, I'm gonna smash an Autobot badge on this wing. Perfect, I reckon. Let's see if I can get that right on the other one. No, just about here. Oh, that's just about perfect. Look at that. And then we go wing, clack, and the arms go on the wings. Pop that on that little stoople there. That little stump. Don't know why I said stoople. Bang the chest on right here. Boom. We have most of a Silverbolt. There he is. There's our boy. There's a portion of our boy. Tiny clip right here. Just gotta pop this little claw off the rack and then clock this Concorde swan neck off the end here. So this claw bangs in here. Can you see that? Bang that claw in there. And then it's just a matter of banging these legs on. Is that the right one? Yeah, that's the right leg. Okay, looks familiar. Looks like Silverbolt. I think there's another piece, the old Superion chest, which would stash on his like waist area. I don't know if the original did that. It's gonna look like he's wearing a huge diaper. So I think we're to add this here. There he goes. Ah, you know what? That looks like Silverbolt. Looks near enough like Silverbolt to me. And I think all the rest of it is just storage. So we have the head. Slice, whoops, hello. We have his big silly gun. Kinda love that gun. It looks like a Decepticon badge that came to life and just started killing people. The waist chunk as well. And the final piece is the ramp, which I don't really understand why Silverbolt needs that. Because all his friends are planes. It's all about the Metroplex interplay, isn't it? God, it must be very odd coming to this as like a new viewer. What are you talking about, Thew? I'm sorry, everybody. I know too much about this stuff to keep it relatable. Ask McFeely what I mean by Metroplex interplay. This, I think, is roughly Kabaya Silverbolt in robot mode. Let's get rid of all this guff. That's really cute, actually. I don't know what to tell you. It's just a cute, very 80s looking robot. It can kind of do a split. It's got a bit of arm action. And it's just a very charming design. Look at it, he's such a vibe. Just a little white plastic robot with some red bits. And what's wrong with that? Let's see if I can transform it. I think there's a little bit more to do. We've got stickers that haven't gone anywhere yet. So there must be a little bit more to be done. Oh, the stickers go on here, right. We've got stickers for the face. Oh, I've got to cover up that gorgeous sculpted plastic face with a daft sticker. Okay. Oh God, I'm ruining this. Okay, come on. Come on, you clumsiest man ever. You boob! You bungler! I think we can salvage this. I think this can be saved. I don't know if there's much more this label can take. I mean, I've done worse. The eye is in the right place. The single visor is roughly in the right place. And the mouth looks like a silly smile, which I don't think it's supposed to. But I didn't draw it. And the crotch piece also has 3 whole stickers. Why not cast it in red? I mean, the sticker kind of gives it a nice reflective plastic vibe, but I defy you to do that better. I don't. I'd actually love to see that done better. I've made a mash of that. Anyway, to transform, it looks like we pull this off. Oh, hello. Bit aggressive. And we also pull the legs off. What? Why are we doing that? And then fold him up, just like so. Stick the old nose cone up top, fold out the tail and the legs. Even though these have a sliding, clearly moving part, we take these off and stash them back on upside down? Yeah, we kind of telescope them in and then plug in the square peg there into this little slot right here under the wing. Oh God! Right, now I've got that wrong. We slide up the little chest piece over his face, and then these plug simply into the big obvious circle holes. That's more like it. Hooray! There's a sort of curse with Silverbolt's jet mode, isn't there? That it's always going to be just carrying so much gear underneath. More so than most other plane formers, I think. Silverbolt jet mode, carrying a ton of crap. Can also slot the ramp just under here. I don't know if that helps, but you can. No, that's made it worse. Stickers for plane. Got a little carved cockpit just here, and we're supposed to cover it up with a sticker. which I suppose improves things a bit. Yeah, that looks alright actually. And we have sideways windows for the old Concorde vibe. Come on, you. Does that look right to you? Looks about right. Yeah, why not? That's all the stickers, that's all the bits. What else can we do? Are you serious? So we've got a little sort of hodgepodge plane we can make. If we stick the head onto the groin, and then stick this where? No way! That's so silly. The groin goes onto the chest plate, and then the gun goes on top of that. Passable, I suppose, fudged kind of base mode. Very powered convoy again, very Diaclone, Ultra Magnus era. Just stick it all in a pile, mate, why not? Plonk that on top for ultimate Combino Destructo Machine mode. God, this poor plane, could it be carrying more gear? Got a whole robot folded up and a second load of crap stash on top. And there's apparently another mode, which looks very sort of Star Saber, where we can just dump everything on him. You certainly get your money's worth with this thing, don't you? It's a robot, it's a plane, it's a ton of crap, and it's also amazing. Interplay. Interplay. Get off there. Arms out. Right, no, just these bits. Okay. Forearms out. Legs on. Yeah, legs on. We need the hook and the tail plane up. Oh, that's clever. Little base mode ramp. This is so silly. I imagine the G1 toy can do all this. I haven't messed with it enough. I got it fixed after I broke it and then combined it and never looked at it again because of the fear. The fear took me. But it turns out there's actually loads this guy can do. Look at this. Little fortified base mode. That's stunning. Ba-ba-boo. Somebody standing on there, like Air Raid or somebody can hang out. And I just love modes that like use the whole animal, you know? No pieces get left behind, nothing gets lost in a drawer. It's not good, necessarily. The combined form is gonna always be the best bit, but as the robot with no friends, I suppose it's nice that he has something that uses all his bits. Am I reaching a little bit? We've got the little hook there, which turns out is actually a stand. That's incredible. I'm really fond of that. I suppose while we're here, I'll try and do the torso mode for giggles. Just the torso, no pals. That's kind of how it goes with me in Silverbolt. I never have the patience to like review the whole combiner. I think I've got like 4 Superions now. I have the Micromaster one right here, the G1, Combiner Wars, the Energon guy with the upgrade kit. I have all that, but just the enormity of the task it would be to review absolutely everything. Because I couldn't just do one Superion. I've got 4 of them. Probably going to be 5 in the nearish future. And it wouldn't sit well with my brain to only do one of them. So it's do all of them or do none of them. And so far, I've only managed Silverbolt from the Combiner Wars one because I got him early. So combine mode, we add the chest and the groin, and that plugs in right here. The arms swing back at the elbow, plug the chest piece onto the chest, bang the helmet on the head. The ramp, I guess, goes here, and a gun. We have a gun and a torso with no pals. Hooray! Inferion! I guess that's everything it can do in that little meager box that I was so terrified to open. Not bad, actually. Yeah, these kits are fun. This is a nice cross-section of fun here with these Kabaya things, because the G1 toys are fun and they're simplistic, and they do have play value, but they're not that complicated. So they're a pretty natural fit for a model kit, right? We can manage a simplified version of a G1 toy as a buildable kit, which you can then play with a lot. Because a lot of the model kits, you know, we love blokies, but they don't transform. But they'd be 10 times more complicated with like the full articulation they have to also transform. But G1 isn't about articulation. It's about having loads of different fun configurations and stuff it can do. So for me, these Kabaya things are a little bit magic. Here he is, Kabaya Silverbolt, on the Thew channel, having been built. Wonderful stuff. I think I'm gonna have to get into a few more of these. I've got like Star Saber and Sonic Bomber, God Jinrai, some of the Japanese cool things as model kits, so I'll have to get into a few more of these. So I guess that's you lot then. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been a delight. My name's Thew. This is Kabaya Silverbolt. Cheers again to Flexispot for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much to John Murphy, aka Robo Samurai, for hooking me up with this gorgeous little kit fella. And I shall see you when I see you. Thanks, gang. Bye. Definitely doing a bit more of this. Cheers for watching, gang. Let me know what you think of the setup. I'm still experimenting with this. Do we prefer the light backdrop? Do we want to try the dark one? Or is the wood okay? I don't know. How's the lighting? Let me know what you think. We're still working on it. Big random patron shoutouts this time to Dave Moore. More. Thank you, Davey. Thank you, Davey. More. Oh, terrible. Bye.
Be sure to subscribe for more Thew's awesome Transformers reviews. Limited appeal, keeping it real.